Hi, my name is Chris Davis. I'm the firearms instructor with Personal Protection Systems. Now, to give you a little bit of history about me, I have about 21 years of law enforcement experience, everything from working in a jail to working on the street as a police officer, and have been doing it since I was pretty much 21 years old. The reason I got into firearms dates way back to the time I was a child. When I was a child, I was molested at gunpoint. And so I was so mystified by this gun, this thing that could end my life, that I wanted to learn about them. Actually, it was kind of a thing, I need to understand how this piece of machinery works that could take a life. Is this just a weapon or is this a tool? And so I began to study firearms, began to study ballistics and how fast the bullet travels and how much the force of the impact with the bullet based on the weight and all of these things to understand, because I never wanted to be a victim again. So from that point I moved into law enforcement, because no child should ever have to go through what I went through. No woman should ever have to go through some of the things I saw my mother endure. And so I set out on a quest to try to protect the innocent, to try to protect those who could not fight for themselves. And in my 20 plus years of law enforcement experience, there are some things that I've seen. There's some senseless victims who did not have to be victims if they only understood how to protect themselves. And that's what Personal Protection Systems is all about. A systematic way of learning to protect oneself and one's family, or close family, let's say close family members. I chose firearms as well as martial arts. Both of the instructors, Sifu Chuck Robinson and Grandmaster Miller Bay, both have taught me the African martial arts and Wing Chun and various fighting systems. So I've learned to protect myself when I have no other options, just with my hands. But then to take it a step farther, as I said, I studied guns. I studied long guns, which are known as rifles. I studied shotguns. I studied handguns, because I wanted to understand how these machines worked. Because a gun is nothing more than a machine. It's nothing other than a machine. People call them weapons, and yes, they can be used as a weapon. So can a bat. So can a broomstick. So can the knife in your kitchen be used as a weapon. So please don't buy into a lie that if you buy a gun, it means you have to kill somebody. I have guns I've had them for 20 plus years. Never shot anybody. They just kind of hang out and do what they do. Wait on a command or an instruction. Just like your car. It sits in the yard waiting on you to get into it with the key, crank it up, and give it a command. You put it in drive and tell it to go. A gun, you put a bullet in it, you pick it up, you aim it at your target, and you squeeze the trigger. That is the command. A gun is nothing more than a machine. Once I understood that, the fear of guns was gone. Now, I say that because I want you to understand it is a machine. And it is a machine that you control. And you can use that machine to protect your life and the life of your loved ones. There's no sense for people to die because the crooks have guns and they know how to use them, but the innocent don't. Again, I made up in my mind at 8 years old never to be a victim again. And that's what I want you to do. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, decide this day never to be the victim. You have to learn to protect yourself and those that you love. And that's what personal protection systems is all about. We'll be doing things like some small firearms classes online. Because one of the things that I learned from my law enforcement experience, we shot at targets that basically did this. But in real life experiences, the perpetrator or the criminal is coming after you. They're moving, they're doing things. And in real life, your target is most likely coming at you. Because again, having a gun is not a license to kill, but is a method of protection. Again, my name is Chris Davis. Hope to see you soon in one of the classes. God bless you.